Now on 4 News Now, gas prices on the rise across the inland Northwest. Find out why and when prices are expected to level off.
Enjoy this nice weather while you still can, because I am tracking some major changes on the way. I'll show you when we can expect the return of wet weather in your First Alert forecast.
And several cars broken into at a senior living facility in Spokane Valley. The security changes they want made coming up. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Gas prices across the inland Northwest are going back up. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Derek Dice has the night off. At pumps in our area, you're going to deal with substantial dent in your wallet, and that's because fuel prices right now are high compared to this time last year. Take a look at this. According to AAA, right now in Spokane County, the average price at the pump is $4.14. Over in Kootenai County, its average comes to $3.73. Our Hunter Bertram hit the pumps today to find out what is going on.
No one's happy with these high gas prices.
Fueling up is no fun, whether gas is $2 a gallon or $4. But when you swipe your card, you make a decision, one that for many can be between groceries or being able to get around.
Yeah, for now at least, the seasonality in gas prices will likely continue pushing them higher.
That's Patrick Dehan. He researches gas prices, telling me right now in our area, gas is about 40 cents higher than this time last year. When I asked him why,
Refineries are starting to switch over to more expensive blends of gasoline mandated for the summer driving season. At the same time, they're doing maintenance, which is limiting how much of that summer blend that they can produce, and demand is going up.
And with weather warming, a blend of contributing factors take place in taking up the price at the pump. Refineries produce a specific blend of gasoline per season, but that's expensive, and during the transition from winter to summer, us, the consumers, feel it in our pockets.
It's hard to even just be able to pay for gas.
And sadly, after the transition is over, prices are expected to remain steady, not increasing, but not coming back down. You can expect things to level out in the next few weeks.
It's going to be hard because, I have tournaments this week, not this week, over the summer. So, I have to go from here to Yakima to Missoula.
But there are ways to save money. Many stations have different incentives that could save you money at the pump, such as the 76i Match, where you can save 20 cents a gallon if you sign up for their mobile app. Grocery stores like Safeway offer discounts for buying groceries. You can also find prices online or through apps on your phones and shop around for the best price. And Patrick says this is the best way to pinch pennies at the pump. But for now, that ugly sight of a $4 gallon will linger through the summer. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Speaking of driving, getting around Spokane is going to take you a little longer, with crews starting work on multiple month-long construction projects. You may have seen them already. Traffic along 29th Avenue is reduced to 1 lane between Grand Boulevard, and Ray Street starting today. This is part of the city's 6-year streets plan to improve road conditions. Busy areas like the south side of the Lincoln Heights Shopping Center are going to have especially difficult impacts. Madeline Clayton is a waitress at Hogan's there. She says the area is already very trafficy, making life more difficult for customers and employees.
Traffic. Oh, it can get pretty crazy out here, especially with parking and coming in and out of this parking lot. Actually, both sides, either parts of the parking lot. Getting out of here after work is such a pain sometimes.
Well, the project is expected to be completed in August, and the city is encouraging drivers to slow down and opt for an alternate route if you can. Hey, another one to watch out for is Bigelow Gulch, now closed between Weil and Havana until late fall. And during that time, crews will be working on a new water drainage system, resurfacing the road, and installing more street lights. Another project creating a headache for drivers is the westbound Thor Freya exit being closed, and that will not reopen until June. In that same area, 2nd Avenue is closed as crews rebuild the roads and intersections right around that gas station there. Once that's done, crews will focus on 3rd Avenue, so it's not quite going away. To learn about any of these projects in more detail and how to get around them, head to KXLY.com.
Do you think they're out to get us specifically? Because I feel like those are all of our...
I mean, I don't want to say that I feel targeted. That is my grocery store shopping center. Anywho.
Everybody loves a nice smooth road, though.
Yes.
And everybody likes a nice sunny warm day, I think.
I think so too. It sounds like those are numbered as well, Chris.
Yes, they certainly are. Here's a live look over downtown Spokane. We do have a few high clouds filtering our late day sunshine right now. That is not a trend for tomorrow. We are going to be mostly sunny for Tuesday and even warmer than today. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Sunny and warm on Tuesday. High temperatures in the 70s in many locations. Mid to upper 60s will be common elsewhere. Then the winds pick up, the showers move in, and the temperatures drop on Wednesday, but just dropping back to average. And we have at least a chance of rain every day through the start of the weekend. Here's a look at our high temperatures for tomorrow. A lot of 70s in eastern Washington, Moses Lake, Ritzville, Grand Coulee, and Omak. 70 in Spokane. We'll be in the mid 60s in the Bonners Ferry area, as well as Sandpoint, right around the Spokane area. 72 in downtown Spokane tomorrow, 71 in 9 Mile. We'll be in the 60s in Deer Park and Spirit Lake, 69 in Meade, as well as Spokane Valley. Beautiful weather for kids on spring break, but then there are those changes coming. 39 degrees to start the day, blue skies and sunshine, high of 70, 53 is our average high. We're going to be dropping right back down into the mid 50s starting Wednesday. I will detail what you need to know about the rest of your work week in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, what started out as a call for a fire overnight led to a police shooting that left a man dead. It happened in West Central Spokane, right near the corner of West Dean and North Oak Street. That's just a couple of blocks from the Maple Ash corridor. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez has the latest updates.
The Spokane Police Department says they were first called to this neighborhood after reports of a house fire. That house fire escalated into a man being shot and killed by police. According to one resident, this West Central neighborhood is quiet, with the exception of one home. Around 10 p.m. on Sunday, the Spokane Police Department says a neighbor called 911 to report a house fire. The caller also said they heard screaming. Police and firefighters got everyone out safely. After speaking with the people who live there, officers learned that the fire could be possible arson. As officers began interviewing people, police say one person wasn't cooperating and started to walk away. Police attempted to detain the man. That's when he shot a gun he had concealed in his pocket. At least 2 officers returned fire, hitting him. Officers began life-saving measures, but the man was pronounced dead at the scene. Per standard protocol, the 2 officers involved will be placed on leave, and the Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team will handle the investigation. For updates on this story, you can head to our website, kxly.com. Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Well, this is the second deadly shooting involving local law enforcement in less than a week. Friday night, a suspected child rapist died during a standoff in Deer Park. The sheriff's office says the man at one point came outside to speak with police but was uncooperative, saying that the SWAT team would have to shoot him. SWAT eventually entered the home, and investigators say that's when shots were fired. When asked if the man was armed, Sheriff John Knowles says that's part of the investigation. The 3 deputies involved in the shooting are on administrative leave. And this adds to the growing number of law enforcement shootings in Spokane County. Last year, there were a total of 6 shootings between all police departments and the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. Of those 6, 3 were deadly. As of now, there have been 6 shootings in 2024, with 5 of them being deadly. The FTC is sounding the alarm over impersonation scams, the signs to look out for, and the new rules that are meant to help victims get their money back. And big changes coming to Spokane's Skyline, where a new 12-story condo building will be built. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
You got a nail in your tire. You got a threatening phone call. It's time to pay. And now these threats were targeted at you. What are you hiding?
Leave this alone.
No, I won't. How else am I supposed to solve this?
Freeze, TBI!
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
What can we make for you today? From the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana.
Affordable? Yeah, we got that. Stylish? Got that covered too. Quality? You can bet on it. At Furniture Row, we stock furniture that is value priced, built to last, and looks fabulous. And during the Spring into Savings Sale, find huge discounts throughout the store, like the Reno sofa for only $497, the Espresso Dining Group at only $498, the Glenwood Bedroom Group now just $1578, and save $100 on any Buena Vista mattress, plus 4 years no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed. The Spring into Savings Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
The Falls development in downtown Spokane has recently been approved for a shoreline conditional use permit and is now in the pre-construction phase. The Falls development was first proposed by LB Stone Properties in 2017 as a mixed-use project with multiple towers, each 13 stories high. It is now scaled back to one 12-story residential structure. It will be built where the YWCA used to be, at the corner of Lincoln and Broadway, across the street from the Wonder Building. Marissa Rio is there now and met with the project manager earlier. So Marissa, how do they hope to transform that lot that you're standing in now?
Thank you, Kirsten. Well, as you could see, this is just an empty dirt lot, but the vision is to transform this into what kind of like an urban residential hub. This is where I'm standing right now, is what they hope to make into a pedestrian plaza. This is where people who live here can invite guests, hang out, and enjoy the beautiful views of the river if they want to. The roaring sound of the Spokane River and the breathtaking views it offers is something LB Stone Properties says speaks for itself.
We're going to have a 12-story tower that has every single unit with a view looking out over the water. So it doesn't matter if you're on level 2, you'll be looking straight out into the water. If you're on level 12, you'll just have amazing views looking down at the falls and all of downtown Spokane as well.
This parking lot is where the tower will stand. As the project manager shows me around the lot, he says the tower will have 38 for-sale condominiums ranging from 1,600 square feet to 3,000 square feet. It will also include an underground parking lot. There are also pathways that curl around the property and lead to bridges that cross the river, a sight so many can't help but stop and snap pictures of.
we're really hoping this is going to be a catalyst for the north side and the future development as we go along here. Obviously, we've got some great things happening on the north side of the river, and just one more dense, urban housing option right in the middle of downtown, and extending that to the north, we think is just going to be great for our city in general.
It can also be a catalyst for the nearby businesses. A man who works inside Wonder Building says he has high hopes for the development.
We're really stoked for it. We're really excited for that bridge to open back up, get a little bit more foot traffic and everything from over across from the other side of town. The condominiums that are being built, it's just going to create a bigger uptick in sales for all of us around here.
LB Stone Properties also has plans to build a restaurant on the property in the future. This project has obviously been in the works for years. LB Stone Properties says COVID, a rise in construction costs, and inflation not only slowed down this project, but it's also the reason they had to scale back. They're really excited to start moving forward finally, and they hope to be finished with this project by spring 2026. Reporting live in downtown Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Marissa. And over in Coeur d'Alene, the city's design review recently approved the design of a new 15-story hotel. It would be built on First and Sherman and will have 139 rooms. It will also have a 6,000 square foot restaurant with a rooftop bar. Crews will also build a detached 3-level parking garage on First and Lakeside Avenue. Construction could begin early next year with the hopes of opening in spring of 2027. A lot of change, a lot of building up, Chris, here in the Inland Northwest.
Exciting times here in the Inland Northwest and some exciting weather. Beautiful evening ahead. Temperatures in the 50s all the way through 11 o'clock with mostly clear skies. Cooler, wetter weather to tell you about in the 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by PAR, your total home building source.
When your backyard is bursting with color and beauty, you're feeling more than pride. You've got the power of the flower from the Plant Farm. The power of the flower gives you creativity, inspiration, energy, and so much more. With the helping hand of the Plant Farm, life excites and your talent knows no boundaries. Bring home the power of the flower from the Plant Farm today, because life is better in the garden.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
UFCW 3000 is building a union that fights to make sure that essential workers get better wages, respect on the job, and a safe workplace.
Our union believes it's time for the employers to do the right thing and provide the kind of wages, benefits, and schedules that improve both employee services and company commitment.
It's a win-win. The company has skilled workers long-term, and it strengthens families and the community they live, shop, and work in. And isn't that what every American worker deserves?
Hey Ben, the thermostat's acting up. You work for Bill's Heating and Air. You know how to fix this, right?
I just do their commercials.
Ben, the AC's broken. Come on, you work for Bill's. You must know something about this.
Bro, I'm just their spokesperson.
Dude, the furnace is so loud. You work for Bill's Heating. You can fix it, right?
You do know I'm a basketball player, right?
Bill's Heating and AC is offering financing as low as 0% for 5 years. Call today.
For all your heating and cooling needs, leave it to the real professionals at Bill's.
The water wizard of Oz.
Let's take a live look over downtown Spokane. Our streak of beautiful spring weather coming to an end pretty soon. I know, I don't even like saying it. And we were just rejoicing this weekend about how late the sunset was.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And
yes.
my husband was telling everybody in the family, Kirsten was complaining so much about those 3:30 p.m. sunsets.
It take a little getting used to coming from Florida, your last location. Although it's been You're one of us now.
I know.
I'm sorry. You've been here long enough.
Usually we're in the studio at 3:30.
Yes, and
so
you missed
I was on
that.
maternity leave.
So you're very aware of it. Well, be aware that when you leave this evening for dinner, it is going to be gorgeous because it is a beautiful evening. I was daydreaming about Lake Pend Oreille and decided to just check in and see how the day was in Sandpoint. And this is the view here at US 2 in Boyer. Just another beautiful evening. The grass is starting to green up. All sorts of bulbs are starting to bloom, and beautiful weather in North Idaho. Speaking of spring, it is April. We need those showers, and there are showers on the way. This is our chance of precipitation over the next 5 days. 0% tomorrow. If you have spring breakers at home, that's the day to send them outside to spend the day enjoying, because things will start to deteriorate on Wednesday. Wednesday, we only have a 30% chance of rain, mainly from the Palouse up through the central panhandle and into western Montana. I'll show you that in just a moment. And then it's up to 50% through the first part of the weekend. Looks like we may dry out just in time for Sunday. At least that's how it looks right now. Here is our temperature trend over the next 7 days. We are well above average tomorrow. This black line is our average high. And then we drop to average Wednesday, below Thursday, and we're just a little bit below through the rest of the 7-day forecast. Meanwhile, here's a look at our weather pattern. We have high pressure in control right now. That is going to be replaced by a cold front moving through late tomorrow. It is going to bring an increase in clouds tomorrow evening, pick up our winds overnight, and bring that chance of showers across the region. Here's Wednesday at 8 o'clock with a few showers, but you can see that most of the wet weather is going to be from the Palouse up through the central panhandle and into western Montana. We'll take a closer look, starting off our forecast radar 24 hours from now. And as that front approaches, we start to see those showers developing right around midnight, continuing overnight to the east of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. But here's 7 o'clock Wednesday with some light rain moving in for the rest of the day. You'll get some nice long breaks on Wednesday. However, it will not be as warm. Pretty good drop in temperatures for Wednesday. Thursday and Saturday look like the wettest days of the 7-day forecast, with some showers on Friday, and then we start drying out as we get into Sunday and Monday. Still a slight chance of rain, but high temperatures back up close to average. We'll be in the lower to mid 50s. I'll be back in the next half hour looking beyond the 7-day forecast to see what we can expect getting into April.
All right.
Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Around the Northwest, in the Boise trial for Chad Daybell, accused of killing his wife and 2 children, jury selection is expected to take about a week. The expected 10-week trial and knowledge about this bizarre case that's gained national attention may make selecting a jury difficult. The mother of the 2 murdered children, Lori Vallow Daybell, is serving a life sentence for the 3 murders as well. If convicted, Chad Daybell could face the death penalty. We are closely following this trial. Make sure you receive all the latest updates in the case by downloading the 4 News Now app on your phone and turning on notifications. Still ahead, break-ins at an apartment complex for seniors in Spokane Valley. How the community is coming together to fight crime. And crews are working to reopen the Port of Baltimore after that bridge collapse last Tuesday. Hear from a man who says he drove across the bridge moments before it came crashing down. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm a lawyer.
I'm Donnie, and I'm not, but I am an advocate.
So am I.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Seriously injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
That's us.
All of us.
Choosing countertops is one of the biggest decisions that you make during a kitchen remodel, and my husband and I thought that we would have to go to Seattle to find what we wanted.
A friend recommended that we try Granite Concepts in Lewiston, and the people at Granite Concepts were amazing. They were friendly and straightforward and helped us find exactly the countertops that we wanted.
Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
My name is Leslie Gonzalez, and I had colon rectal cancer. I went to my family practice doctor, and she misdiagnosed me. And that's when I contacted Summit Cancer Center. And it was different than night and day. The care, the compassion, the kindness. I believe if I wouldn't have come over to Summit, that I probably wouldn't be here today.
Looking for a great deal on a John Deere compact tractor? Right now, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. We also have great pricing on hundreds of in-stock implements to customize the tractor of your dreams. Hurry in, this offer won't last long. Stop by a Pape Machinery Ag and Turf store to take advantage today.
It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series. 38 Specials Timeless Blast of Southern Rock Hits. Live Thursday, April 18th. Damn straight. Don't miss Scotty McCreery, one of country music's biggest stars. Live Thursday, May 2nd. It's No Holds Barred Entertainment at King of the Cage, featuring upcoming MMA stars on Thursday, June 13th. Visit CDAcasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Donnie, what will the advocates do to get our clients justice?
Everything.
And what do they pay if we don't win?
Nothing.
So we give.
Our all.
And the clients pay?
Nothing.
Unless we win. Pretty good deal.
Pretty great deal.
Injured? You deserve an advocate.
4 News Now is brought to you by Rebath Spokane.
Around the nation, the White House press secretary announced today President Biden will travel to Baltimore Friday following the Francis Scott Key Bridge disaster to meet with local officials and visit the collapsed structure. This as crews in Baltimore are working to open a temporary alternate channel around the wreckage of the Key Bridge. This is an essential step to get the Port of Baltimore running again and to get the economy back on track. CNN's Cole Higgins reports.
Demolition crews back at the site of the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge Monday, removing debris as part of the complicated and extensive cleanup process to help open up temporary channels.
A temporary channel on the northeast side of the collapse opened earlier today. It will help us to get more vessels in the water around the site of the collapse.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore says crews are working to create an additional southwest channel for deeper draft vessels that should open in the coming days.
Work goes on at the same time to clear the main channel. That's 50 feet. And that's the channel we have to clear to get more container ships back into the port of Baltimore.
The Port of Baltimore, one of the busiest in the U.S. Larry DeSantis believes he was one of the last people to drive over the bridge before a massive container ship ran into it. Heading to work that morning, crossing the bridge likely just seconds before it came down.
It took a while for it to really sink in, because it's this initial shock of it. But then more and more people are calling me to see if I'm alive, because they knew I traveled that time in the morning over the bridge.
DeSantis emotional when thinking of the 6 construction workers killed in the incident.
I feel sorry for those workers. I really do. I mean, they're doing their job, but they lost their lives. So it's hard to, I rode right by them. I saw all of them. Just a minute before they probably died.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Well, we have much more coming up tonight on 4 News Now at 6:30, including how much families need to make to afford a median-priced home in Idaho and Washington. Plus, nonstop crime forcing one senior housing community to take matters into their own hands. What they're doing to stop vandals coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
38 Specials Timeless Southern Rock Hits live at Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 18th. Get your tickets now for one of rock and roll's biggest all-time bands.
Winning is just the beginning.
Every food you love is good food. And the foods we love, they're all a little different.
At Yolks, we believe food is meant to be made just the way you like it. So whether it's filling you up, or giving you comfort, or trying something new, it's all good if you're making something you love. Whatever you're into, we've got you at Yolks Fresh Market.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady. The New York Times calls it thrilling, glorious, and better than it ever was. Bartlett Shear's glowing production is enthralling. Don't miss the smashing, jubilant Lincoln Center Theater production of My Fair Lady.
April 2nd through 7th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Lyman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and my entire practice is dedicated to taking care of patients with knee problems. From ACL and meniscus tears to total knee replacements, I want to make sure you're ready for life's adventures. I'm here to help you master your knee pain and regain your active lifestyle. Visit me at the Orthopedic Sports Institute's new state-of-the-art surgery center in Hayden. Ready to take the first step? Call for a consultation today and let me help guide you to a pain-free future.
Call or click today and set up your consultation with Orthopedic Sports Institute.
Damn straight. Scotty McCreery is spreading his fresh take throwback country to Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 2nd. Get your tickets now for one of country music's biggest stars.
Winning is just the beginning.
Next ET, only we're in France for a VIP tour of Vanderpump Villa. Plus, meet the sexy staff. Very entertaining.
Well, entertaining isn't always the word I would use.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
What are the questions every couple should ask and answer before jumping into marriage, owning a home, and having children? Tomorrow on GMA. Oh yeah, we're going there. Before you take the leap. Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Residents of a senior housing community are fed up with crime, which they say is impacting their day-to-day lives. Not only is the damage costing them more than they can afford, some no longer feel safe living there, leading others to take matters into their own hands. Bronte Saratsky explains how.
People living in these affordable senior apartments woke up to their car windows being smashed and important documents missing from their cars.
And over the weekend, 4 cars got their windows smashed.
And one of those was Mike's. Thieves took his registration, insurance card, disability placard, and smashed his window. He says the experience has him and others feeling powerless.
We're old, we go to sleep early. So we would like to have something happen that would give us some sort of security because we're so helpless.
His neighbor, also named Mike, had his windows smashed this weekend as well. He says this isn't a one-time occurrence, nor is it the only vandalism he and his neighbors face.
They've drilled holes in gas tanks here, they broke windows, they've slashed tires, they've cut catalytic converters out of vehicles.
All of these items come at a big price to fix and replace, especially for these residents who are all either elderly, disabled, or low income.
Most of them are on walkers or canes. They can't protect themselves.
Without any security, he and his neighbors worry they're no longer safe in their homes, which is why they're taking matters into their own hands.
There's 3 veterans here that have been walking the property at night. That's the only protection they have, and we live here.
Every night, 3 veterans walk the property into the morning, trying to deter any more crime from happening to these residents. Still, they worry their efforts won't be enough.
It's getting pretty heavy around here.
Reporting in Spokane Valley, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
Live look over downtown Spokane. Beautiful, beautiful evening. And I happen to be right about there this weekend. The falls are starting to really get roaring. Great place to take out-of-town visitors. Here's a view from the station here at 500 West Boone Avenue over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. It's quiet in downtown tonight and the Spokane County Courthouse. We do have these high clouds filtering our late day sunshine. Those are just passing through. We're going to be back to the sunshine full force as we get into Tuesday. Here's a look at our high temperatures today. Well above average, 66 in Spokane, 63 in Coeur d'Alene. We're in the 60s throughout North Idaho and most of eastern Washington. Pullman, one of the cool spots on the map, at 58 degrees. It was 70 in Winthrop and 72 today in Wenatchee. Here's a look at your Tuesday planner. Blue skies and sunshine all day. We'll be in the 30s to start the day, but just barely. A high of 70 compares to an average high of 53. We are dropping back down to average as we get into Wednesday, kicking up the winds and bringing a chance of showers. I'm going to be looking out at the forecast for the entire month of April coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. For the first time, women in the U.S. can buy birth control pills without a prescription. CVS has confirmed O-Pill is now available on its website and will be coming to retail locations later this month. It's also coming to Walmart stores, and Walgreens started selling it last month. The contraceptive started shipping at the beginning of March and is working its way through the supply chain. It costs $20 per month with discounts available for buying multiple months' doses at once. O-Pill is the first oral contraceptive approved by the Food and Drug Administration for over-the-counter use. A possible nurses' strike may have been averted, with Multicare announcing it reached a tentative deal with the union. The exact details of the deal have not been released, but the union had been pushing for better pay and benefits. The agreement still needs to be voted on by members of the union. Issues with the new FAFSA program continue to grow. According to the Department of Education, some colleges received the wrong information about some families' finances. The problem reportedly impacts about 1 million applicants. This is just the latest problem with this year's free application for federal student aid form. The delays have left some students in limbo as they decide where to enroll. Students typically receive information from colleges in March about how much financial help they'll receive, but many are still waiting. The FTC is cracking down on so-called impersonation scams. Plus, they're creating new tools for victims to get their money back. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis explains.
Ken Dela Cruz says in January he received this text message from a number claiming to be his bank asking, "Did you attempt a Zelle transfer for the amount of $500?
All I did was text no. And then a few minutes later, I get a call from my bank saying that there's some fraudulent activities on my bank account. They wanted to help me stop it.
But the call was instead scammers pretending to be his bank.
They even had like a holding music to make it sound like it was from an official bank.
Ken says he provided personal information that he believed was part of a routine process to stop the fraud. Scammers managed to transfer $1,500 out of Ken's account and obtain an online $4,000 personal loan. Ken's bank, the Navy Federal Credit Union, tells ABC News, "As we take all necessary precautions to best protect our members' financial security, Navy Federal does not solicit personal and/or account information over the phone or through email."
The FTC is working hard to get the word out to consumers about these scams. They have gotten more sophisticated.
Starting today, the FTC is adding new rules to stem these scams.
So it gives us the ability, when we sue companies, to get money back that we can then return to consumers, and also to bring civil penalties that we hope will deter fraudsters.
Experts want consumers to be on high alert for this type of scam.
Even if it appears to be very legitimate, don't trust messages that you receive. Always contact the company or the agency at a number that you know is real.
Well, tomorrow, the Spokane Valley City Council will discuss ways to fund at least 10 new police officer positions. One option on the table would be to allocate funds from its new car tab fees. This would impact some road maintenance projects and push some back until next year. Another option includes a levy lid life that would be decided by the voters. The public is invited to give their feedback on how to fund the additional positions beginning at 5 o'clock at City Hall. A new study found that your household income needs to be at least $100,000 to be able to afford a median-priced home in 22 states, including Washington and Idaho. That's according to a new study from Bankrate.com. In Spokane County, the median closing price for a home was $400,000 last month. In Kootenai County, it was almost $500,000.
We had a substantial price increase in the past 3 years, about 30–40% price gain in many parts of the country, way outpacing people's income growth, and that is not a healthy development.
It's important to note that analysts assess affordability as whether mortgage payments could be made, assuming a 20% down payment with a 30-year fixed rate. They did not factor in closing costs, home maintenance costs, and non-housing item costs, which all home buyers have to take into consideration. The federal government is proposing killing 500,000 barred owls across Washington, Oregon, and California in order to protect another species of owl, the threatened northern spotted owl. The Fish and Wildlife Service says the barred owls have taken over the territory of the threatened and protected northern spotted owl species, which could push them to extinction. The proposal plans the culling of 470,000 barred owls that would take place over a 30-year span. Dozens of organizations have written to the Secretary of the Interior urging that the plan is reckless and should be dropped. Fish and Wildlife could make a final decision by early summer. A massive data breach at AT&T. What you need to know if you are one of tens of millions of customers affected. Coming up next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
For 10 years, the 4 News Now Extreme Team has been rebuilding and rejuvenating baseball fields. Is yours next? It's that time again. Go to KXOY.com and tell us why your field needs a makeover. Diamonds and Dreams, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
We love our house, but lately we've been feeling a little cramped.
So we talked to ICCU about a new home loan. The process was super quick, and we got a really great rate.
We start house hunting tomorrow.
Preferably something with a bigger garage.
Well done, Viv. You got the presents, the balloons, and the Raptor cake. Now, how about something to put a smile on your face? Aspen Dental provides complete, affordable care with dentists and labs in one place. Plus, free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance, and 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Quality care at a price worth celebrating. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
I'm Mark Peterson with the 4 News Now Extreme Team. Are you planning a home or a building remodel or repair project? Asbestos fibers may be present in roofing, insulation, flooring, ceiling textures, siding, and many other products. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or hiring a contractor, all parties are responsible for following the requirements. Prior to work, a survey must be done to see if asbestos is present. If it is, it must be left alone or properly removed and disposed of. Contact Spokane Clean Air for more information.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Find it online or pick up a copy in store. Save more store-wide on everything you need for spring and more at Bi-Mart. Northwest employee-owned for 20 years.
The squatter epidemic. Even in Beverly Hills?
The neighbors up there are furious.
Next, Inside Edition. Wait till you see who's living in this mansion.
It's ruined the neighborhood.
It's across the street from LeBron James's dream house. Then, dogs versus car. What's inside this car that's driving them into a frenzy?
Nobody believed me until they saw it on tape.
Next, Inside Edition. Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Got a dance party going on the anchor desk. The Smashing Pumpkins making a stop in the Inland Northwest later this year. The 2-time Grammy Award-winning rock band will visit Northern Quest September 24th with special guest the Glorious Sons. Tickets go on sale this Friday.
They must like it here. They show up from time to time.
It's a good place to be. I've gone to a couple concerts there. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's nice outside.
Yes,
most
it
of the time.
is. Yes, hopefully then it will be. We have some not so nice weather showing up in the forecast, but let's start with the good news. First of all, let's take a look at our precipitation almanac. No rain today, obviously, bright blue skies. We're starting to slip a little behind on our year to date, but not really. We're within reason, but good to keep an eye on that, and it's good that we are getting some more precipitation. Got a lot of crops to grow, got a lot of fires to thwart, and so the rain is on the way. Meanwhile, our high today was 66 degrees, well above our average high of 53, and it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. We started the day off at 35, which is just about average. 7:21 our sunset time tonight. Here's a look at our temperature trend over the next 7 days. We're going to be up around 70 tomorrow. This black line is our average high in the mid 50s. So we'll be right about average Wednesday and then just a little bit below, but not much below through the rest of the 7-day forecast. Really, you could consider this seasonable even with those upper 40s. The extended forecast, now this is the forecast that was released yesterday for the entire month of April from the Climate Prediction Center, and it is calling for above average temperatures for all of the northwestern United States. We're in that medium orange, so not a really strong signal, but still leaning that way. Precipitation-wise, less clear for the western 2/3 of Washington in that at least that light brown indicating below average precipitation. But most of the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area points to the east are in that nondescript at equal chance of above or below average precipitation. I think we have got plenty of April showers coming. Meanwhile, one thing I want to point out about April, what is interesting in my almost 26 years here at Channel 4, I get email every single April from people saying, gosh, it seems like it's been windier than usual. And I'll go back and look through the data, and it rarely is, but April is our windiest month of the year, followed by March. May is 3rd, June is 4th. So we are heading into a windy time of year. So you may notice we're not known for big windstorms in April, but that persistent, take your Claritin, windy nuisance wind that we get. Wednesday, we are going to see breezy conditions. They'll actually pick up overnight and then continue through the first part of Wednesday before things trail off a little bit as the day goes on. It's because of the cold front that is going to be moving through on Wednesday. That will pick up our winds early in the morning. Here's actually 7 p.m. Tuesday, and bring us that chance of showers Wednesday, as well as the cooler weather on the way. That big drop from 70 degrees Tuesday to 53 on Wednesday. Thursday and Saturday, right now, I think those will be the wettest days of the 7-day forecast. Spring breakers hit the outdoors hard on Tuesday, and you will get some nice breaks on Wednesday as well, but you're going to need those hoodies. Might be able to get away with shorts tomorrow, Kirsten.
Yeah, I think so. Why not try it? It's the one day to do it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Chris. Well, hey, protect your private information now. That's the advice from experts after a massive AT&T data breach announced over the weekend. The company says it's in the process of notifying affected customers, but experts say it might be worth looking into the hack even if you haven't heard from the company. CNN's Amy Kiley has more.
This is quite a serious issue.
Experts say past and present AT&T users should act now to protect their data. The company says it's investigating how information from 73 million customers got onto the dark web. AT&T says it's now notifying those affected.
If you get a letter like that in the mail from someone that you have entered into a contract with, you need to take time to read the letter.
If you're not notified, just don't assume automatically that you're safe. You need to investigate this.
The breach appears to involve data from 2019 or earlier. It could include names, passwords, social security numbers, birth dates, and more.
Once a bad guy has that, a criminal has that information, perhaps they could pose as you and call up one of your bank accounts or health accounts.
This former NSA general counsel says if you think you've been hacked, 1. Reset your password. 2. Ask a credit reporting agency to put a fraud alert on your account. 3. Consider a credit freeze to block someone from opening a credit card in your name.
Any hacker who is both skilled enough and lucky enough to get inside a telecom company is going to find a digital treasure chest.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Former President Donald Trump posted his $175 million bond in his New York civil fraud case. This halts the collection of the more than $454 million he owes and prevents the state from seizing his assets to pay the debt. A New York appellate court had given the former president 10 days to put up the money after a panel of judges agreed last month to slash the amount needed to stop the clock on enforcement. Well, it's been a memorable week, you could call it that, for Washington State Cougar fans. Not exactly happy, Alex.
No, not at all. First, you lose the NCAA tournament, then you lose your coach, then you lose your athletic director. You have to wonder who's next at this point. But amidst all this turmoil of everything going on, we may be closing in on the first hire of the offseason for Wazoo. Coming up in sports, we'll tell you who that is and how he's linked to our region.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hi, this is Tony Javier with APH Buys Homes, and we buy houses for cash. We're the call to make to sell your house as is and for cash. We buy homes all over the area in any price range. Inherited houses, foreclosures, bad renter houses, vacant houses, even nicer houses you just can't keep up with. Don't make any repairs or even clean up. And best of all, no closing costs. We're helping people just like you sell their house as is, so call now for a free cash offer.
Just call 509-818-1800. That's 818-1800.
I'm worried about the draft. We got some bad zone control, and I'm concerned we're not bringing the heat. Look at this, crossover's off. We've got a weak dribble. We need a solid block, just not enough pressure. What do you think?
I think I'm doing just fine.
What?
Bill's Heating and AC is offering financing as low as 0% for 5 years. Call today.
For all your heating and cooling needs, leave it to the real professionals at Bill's.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy.
They're very convincing children.
Support low-income, at-risk youth by investing in their future. Join me, Molly Allen, along with Ken Witter and special guest speaker Levi Horn for the annual Northeast Youth Center's Building Brighter Futures fundraiser.
All children deserve a safe place to be a kid. At the Northeast Youth Center, the staff provides a positive, secure, engaging environment for kids to thrive.
Join us to learn more about the Northeast Youth Center.
For Valerie, I accept her the way she comes. She loves affirmations, but she also knows how to pull somebody out of a funk when you need it. I absolutely accept her for who she is. We're both in recovery. Just having that person to be able to walk alongside you, going through what you're going through. We all have value, and learning to accept is healing. One word can change a story. For us, recovery starts with acceptance.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Well, I can't sugarcoat it. This has been a terrible week for Washington State fans. First, the Cougs get eliminated in the round of 32 of the NCAA tournament. Then a couple days later, head coach Kyle Smith leaves to take the Stanford job, and half the roster hits the transfer portal. But we may be close to getting a new head coach in Pullman. Today, CBS's Sports' Matt Norlander reported the university offered the position to Montana State head coach Matt Logge. In one season in Bozeman, Logge took the Bobcats to the NCAA tournament after winning the Big Sky Sky Tournament as a 5th seed, and he was also head coach of Whitworth for 8 seasons. Now, the issue for Washington State is Montana State is reportedly putting an extension on the table, and Loggy is deciding between the two options. Now, whoever takes over this program is going to have their hands full, to say the least, in rebuilding this thing. In just a week, more than half the team has entered their names into the transfer portal. That includes big names like Pac-12 Freshman of the Year Miles Rice, Ruben Chinyelu, Joseph Yesufu, Andre Yakimovsky, Kamani Huinsu, and a handful of other role players. Now, of course, also the issue at hand is the hiring a new athletic director after Pat Chun decided to leave and go to Washington. Now, it seems like it's rare that a hire by an interim AD works out in the long run, but then again, Washington State is between a rock and a hard place with their current conference situation and financial situation, so something to keep an eye out on. Now, let's head out to Indianapolis, where the Washington State women were taking on Illinois in the WBIT semifinals. Early in the first quarter, Eleonora Villa is going to drive to the basket, finishes with a nice touch off the glass, and that falls for the bucket. Good start for the Cougs. In the second quarter, they're going to find themselves down 15, but Astera Tuhina doing her best to get the team back in this, pulls up from way deep and hits. She finishes with a team-high 20 points. Wazoo needs a lot more scoring, though. They get it from the left wing. It's Villa. That cuts into the deficit. Then in the fourth, Tahina, continuing with the hot hand, gets it to go with a hand in her face. And then a couple minutes later, Tahina in the corner with a nice little shooter's bounce to cap off an incredible performance, but it's not enough. Washington State falls to the Illini 81-58. They now enter an off-season of uncertainty with their coaching staff and player turnover. And we talked so much about college basketball over the last 2 weeks. We forgot that baseball started, but what else is new with that sport? Mariners taking on the Guardians tonight at T-Mobile Field. We'll have the post-game coverage coming up on Nightside. Kirsten, send it over to you.
Thanks, Alex. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
38 Specials Timeless Southern Rock Hits live at Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 18th. Get your tickets now for one of rock and roll's biggest all-time bands.
Thanks, Road Warrior.
We get it. It's hard to say goodbye to your car. AutoNation will make it easy. We'll buy your car for top dollar. And with over 25,000 used vehicles available, AutoNation can help you say hello to your next car.
Residential Home Solutions is excited to announce our Win 24 in 24. You heard that right. Win 24,000 in new windows and entry doors installed by our truly local company. To qualify, you must meet the following: be a homeowner and live in our region. No purchase is necessary to enter, and we provide free estimates to show what you could win. Go to residentialhs.com to enter or call 892-6460. Win 24 in 24 with Residential Home Solutions. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
Elevate your outdoor living space during Jacobs Custom Living Spring Kickoff Sale. Enjoy massive furniture discounts from 10 to 60% off MSRP. Plus, receive a free patio heater with the purchase of any 5-piece set. Jacobs Custom Living has a huge inventory ready for immediate delivery or enjoy free storage through April. Get the biggest savings of the season during Jacobs Custom Living Spring Kickoff Sale, on now through April 6th in the Spokane Valley, on Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
For a limited time, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today to get started.
So what do you think about these? We like this.
Yeah, we love that.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
We're going to take everything down to the
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs.
Honey, you were right. Turned out.
Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Damn straight. Scotty McCreery is spreading his fresh take throwback country to Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 2nd. Get your tickets now for one of country music's biggest stars.
Winning is just the beginning. 4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, several cars have been broken into at a senior living facility in the Valley. How the residents are taking security into their own hands tonight at 11.
Beautiful day tomorrow, a high of 70 degrees. We have a chance of light showers Wednesday, a better chance of rain on Thursday and Saturday.
I think some of the producers were actually counting the number of sunny days on your 7-day. I mean,
that's not a very high count.